Hi guys, we're starting today's practice quite slowly. So I'd like to invite you to come to a kneeling position if possible. If you need to stack a cushion or a block underneath your bottom, you can. Otherwise, allow the tops of your feet to rest. Let your quadriceps start to gently open all the tops of your legs. And we'll begin with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So peace fingers come to the third eye, the brow center. Your thumb will block your right nostril, and your ring finger or fourth finger will block your left nostril. We use Nadi Shodhana as an alternate nostril breath to balance both the right and the left sides. So we're going to begin today's practice there. Gently lift your arm up, stack your spine. Block your right nostril, inhale your left. 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Swap. Exhale right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. In left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. X right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. In right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. X left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. In left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. X right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Keep going. In right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. X left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. In left. 3. Stack your spine. Sit up. Pause. X right. 3. Relax your belly. Pause. In right. 3. Pause. X left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last round. In left. 3, 2, 1. Pause. X right. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Release your hand down. Keep your spine stacked. Relax your shoulders. Maybe close your eyes and just feel perhaps a difference that the pranayama maybe feels for you in your body, your head. Maybe you can allow the effects of the pranayama just to wash over your body before you begin to move. And perhaps you'll start to deepen your breath. And then slowly and softly release your hands beside your hips, your fingers dripping to the ground, and bow your forehead down to the earth to child's pose. It's here where we rest. And we start to internalize our sensations. Your breath starts to deepen the focal point of your mind's eye, your inhalation and your exhalation. Perhaps you'll start to notice your belly or your abdomen pressing against your thighs as you inhale. And maybe a softening or a falling sensation of your shoulders as you exhale. When you're ready, you might like to stretch your fingers forward. And then perhaps maybe an early gentle hair pose as you roll over your neck and your head to stretch the back or the top of your shoulders and the back of your neck space. You can stay there, or perhaps you might like to move forward and back from child's pose to hair pose. That choice is totally up to you. And as you're ready, we move into a very gentle but deep shoulder stretch, simply threading the needle, right arm underneath your left arm from child's pose. Keep your bottom lowered to your heels and allow your shoulders to fall down to the ground. Whenever you're ready, you can move to the opposite side, the left side, and again, let everything just fall into the earth. As you're ready, we'll release. Stretch both of your arms forward. Start to activate your child's pose. Slowly look forward and then Bhujangasana, striking cobra, chest low, bottom lifted, land to your belly. And then on an inhale, squeeze your elbows towards one another, your shoulders pull back and down as you lift your heart into cobra. Ground your legs. On the exhale, slowly roll back down, forehead to mat. Inhale, roll your heart back up, cobra pose. Ground your legs, feet separated. Exhale back to the earth, squeezing your elbows in, tucking your toes, lifting your legs, engaging. Inhale through low plank if you can, maybe to up dog or perhaps another cobra pose. And as you're ready, we'll tuck your toes and meet back in downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. You can have a bit of time to walk through your heels, move through your legs, maybe the sides of your body. You might even want to rock forward and backward, checking out your shoulder space and seeing where you sit in your body for today's practice. Knowing where you sit in your body so that you're practicing exactly to that space that your body's delivering today. It's always nice to push, but it's also nice to watch and see where things are. You might keep moving, or you might prefer to just pause in down dog and press your heart back to your legs, ground your heels. Slowly, right foot steps up to your right hand and your left foot will step up to your left hand, and we're going to meet in Malasana, an early Malasana. Turn your toes out. Your knees are going to go up to the sky, bottom down towards the ground. See if you can get your elbows to your inner thighs. And then press gently your elbows to your knees or inner thigh space and really straighten your back. Lift the crown of your head, and whenever you're ready, we're going to move this into a forward fold. Heel toe your feet in underneath your hips and then bow down. So your feet are still hip width distance, they're not together, arms are crossed maybe, head hanging, just fold forward. Breathe. See what it feels like to let yourself hang upside down. Maybe deepen your breath in and lengthen your breath out. See if you can start to straighten your knees a little bit more as you hang forward. Release your fingers under your shoulders, and on a breath in, lengthen your spine, half lift. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Remember, you can bend your knees in the forward fold. Inhale, half lift, straight back, maybe straight knees, belly in and on. And then exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet together. And now bow down deeply. If you want to hold the backs of your ankles and start to bend deeper into a forward fold, you can. Shoulders pulling away from your ears and your bottom lifts high to the sky. Take another sip of air in and out. And then when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms wide and high, Urdhva Hastasana, hands through heart center, Samastitihi, stand up nice and tall. You might like to set a little intention for your practice right now, a dedication, or perhaps just an understanding that the practice is greater than us. Hands released beside your hips, and we'll stand in Tadasana, feet together, big toes touch, heels might be together or apart. Make sure your spine is lengthened and long, so you might do a gentle tailbone tuck as your hands rest beside your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bow down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Step your right foot back and left foot back, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Remember, you can lower your knees on the first one if needed. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, pull back, downward facing dog. Heels downward towards the ground, bottom lifting high to the sky. Make sure your elbow creases are rolling in towards one another. Check the hyperextension in the upper body. Bandhas are in and on. Maybe the exhale's pulling your belly button and your Mula Bandha, your lower belly, in and up. You'll bend your knees, and after your next exhale, lightly jump forward. Your breath in catches your halfway lift, and your exhale will bow you down, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands back beside your hips. Utkatasana, early one. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, bow down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, breath in catches your chest as you lift. Hands to mat, step or jump back, high to low plank. Remember, knees can still lower if needed. Upward facing dog as you breathe in, don't rush. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Go through your mental checklist. Remember the bandhas. Breath is key. Your breath is what's going to guide your flow practice today. You know that. Bottoms to the sky. On your next breath out, bend your knees, look forward, and again jump lightly. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, sweep high, Urdhva Hastasana. Samastitihi, back to Tadasana. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, bottom low, arms up. Pause, tuck your tailbone, shoulders pull back and down. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Lightly inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Right leg lifts to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to nose. Pause. Inhale, right leg back to sky. Exhale, right knee to nose first. Squeeze it in and then place your right foot in between your hands. We spin straight around to an IT stretch. Turn both feet around. Catch your breath in to lift your hips up. Sweep your right arm forward. Exhale, sink down. Now engage your feet, engage your legs again. Inhale, lift up. You should feel a deep stretch. On the exhale, spin round, Skandasana to the left side. Inhale, use the breath, Skandasana to the right. You know this one. Skandasana to the left. You might get some nice pops and creaks and cracks out of your hips with breath. Now, going all the way around, spinning so that the IT stretch lands on the opposite side. Inhale, left arm to sky and forward. Exhale, sink your hips back down again. Inhale, lift up, and then spin all the way around for Skandasana to the right side, creating these circle-like motions, balancing the right and left with breath. And again, we're back to the right side, hands to mat, step lightly back, move through your high to low. Breath in, Urdhva Mukha. Breath out, Ardha Mukha. Down dog. Left leg goes high. Breathe in, lift your heel high, engage your whole leg. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg back to sky. Use your breath. Now remember, squeeze your knee to your nose and then lightly place your foot up. Spin all the way around to the left. IT stretch, lift your hips on a breath in. Exhale, sit your hips back down. Inhale, lift your hips up. This time spin around towards the middle of your legs. Turn your feet so they're parallel with the outside of your mat. Straighten your back, and then you're going to bow down for an early Prasarita A. Hands under shoulders, squeeze your elbows in. Straight spine. If you can reach your head down to the ground, you might do that, bottom to high. There's always time for an early tripod headstand if it's really there this early on. Otherwise, just stay here in a forward fold. Hands will walk back forward, and then we're going to walk to the back foot, the right, and spin all the way around to the IT stretch. Lift your hips up on a breath in, arm overhead. Exhale, sink your hips down. Again, inhale, lift up, spin back around towards your left leg. Feet again, hip width, not hip width, wider than hip width. You're in Prasarita C. So keep them wide, but big toes turning in. Arms wrapping up and over your head, bowing down. Keep your breath on, and remember your bandhas here in the forward fold and the fronts of your legs, quadriceps, turn them on. Your next breath in will lift your heart. Exhale will spin you back to the front, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart, up dog. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, and prepare your mind. We're going to jump into Malasana. So you'll breathe out completely. To prepare the body, bend your knees, look forward, no air, jump lightly, feet wide of your little fingers, bottom low, hands to heart. And it's totally up to you here. If you want to stay here in Malasana, you can, or you might want to come into your first crow pose. Totally up to you, practitioner's choice. But you'll get a few breaths to hold crow if you're there and playing around, or maybe stay in Malasana, hands to mat, and then together step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, bottom high, Adho Mukha. Inhale, right leg to sky, lift it up. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose. Inhale, leg back up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot up in between your hands. Virabhadrasana B, windmill your arms up and sink deep into your legs. Catch your next breath in to windmill your arms, and then exhale, land an extended side angle. Inhale, reverse goddess again. Exhale, warrior 2. Flip and reverse, big breath in, really grounding through your feet, and windmill to your mat. Step back, high to low. This is just warming you up. Lift your heart high. Exhale, down dog. Left side, breath in, lifts your left leg up. Leg engaged, knee to nose. Tap your knee to your nose. Inhale, leg back to sky. Exhale, step your foot lightly between your hands. Warrior 2, windmill up and over. Sink into your legs, ground down. Breathe in, flip and reverse. Exhale to extend, elbow to knee, right arm over your head. Inhale, flip and reverse. Stay deep in the front leg, don't come out. Exhale, warrior 2, lengthen your arms. Breath in, flip and reverse, all about the shoulders, and then windmill down to your mat and step back, high to low plank. You know this, breath in, heart up. Exhale, bottom to sky. We're going to continue flow. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Breath in, take the leg back up. Core is starting to really fire up now. Foot between hands. Warrior 2. Breath in and breath out. It's going to land you here. Viparita Virabhadrasana, windmill back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extend, hold it. Pull your shoulder back and down and just sink into the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Continue to breathe. Good. Flip and reverse again. Inhale. Exhale. Now take your right hand to your ankle, left arm over your head. Last time, flip and reverse. And now windmill all the way down to your mat. Continue your flow. Vinyasa, high to low. Inhale. Long breath out. Left leg inhales up to the sky. Exhale, knee squeezes to your nose. Inhale, leg to sky. Exhale, foot lightly between your hands, warrior two. Flip and reverse, you did it on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. First option, hold, work the shoulders, stretch your hip joints. So really pull your legs open. Fingers to sky. Flip and reverse, breathe in. And on the exhale, we take your left hand down to your ankle. Use leg strength. Open your hips again. Flip and reverse. And then we windmill all the way to your mat. Step back, high to low. We're coming to the third and final round. Inhale. Exhale. This is what we've been building up for in your hips. Right legs up. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to nose. Right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Virabhadrasana B. Windmill up and over. Settle into your legs. Here you go. Flip and reverse. Inhale. Exhale. Elbow to knee. Extend. Inhale. Flip and reverse. Exhale. Extend. Hand to ankle. Inhale, flip and reverse. This time land the bind. Exhale, windmill down. Get the bind. If you don't get the bind, stay here and just play around with option 1 or 2. If you've got the bind and you want to move to bird of paradise, step your left foot up, ground your left foot, keep the bind and extend your right leg up to the sky. Those of you staying in option 1 or 2, hang there. We are going to come back and we'll meet you. So we'll all be together. Lightly, your right leg will lower if you're in bird, and then lightly left foot steps back so we meet everyone else. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale, hands to mat. Long breath out, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side, left leg's high, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Leg up, breath in. Foot forward between hands lightly, warrior two, up and over. 3 variations, flip and reverse. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Option 1, flip and reverse. Option 2, hand to ankle, arm overhead. Flip and reverse. Exhale lands you in your final option, bind, or option A or B. Either stay here, or if you're moving to bird, step the right foot up, ground your right foot, keep your bind. Lift your left leg, hold it. See if you can engage your legs, engage your feet, and lift and extend your left leg up. Those of you holding the other options, stay there because we come back. Lightly, left foot to mat, right foot steps back. Those in bird, look up, breath in, and your exhale is going to carry you back to the ground. Chaturanga. Catch your breath in, lift your heart, don't rush this. Exhale back to downward facing dog. You've got a breath here in and then out. You might lift your bottom high, ground your heels, and we're jumping back to Malasana. Lightly you go. Toes to the outside of the little fingers, knees high, hands to prayer. And this is going to be our second round of crow. If you want to take Bakasana, you can. Otherwise, you can stay here in Malasana. Catch your breath, maybe another 3 or 5 sips of air where you are. And then you can settle your hands down and maybe get ready for your arm balance. This should feel pretty nice, taking the weight into your arms and out of your legs. If crow turns into a headstand or a handstand for you, you might like to take that now. Otherwise, you can just stay playing around wherever you are. Those of you that have gone to a headstand or a handstand, lightly bring your knees back to your armpits, squeeze your heels in and lift back to crow. And then together, we're going to jump back, vinyasa. Yeah, inhale, you'll lift your heart up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. We're going to jump to your hands. After your breath out, you'll bend your knees and jump lightly between your hands, feet together, half lift, inhale. Exhale, bow down and sealing off your round here. Inhale, roll back up to standing. We made it. Balance time. Either tree pose, Vrksasana, or Ardha Baddha. If you know Ardha Baddha, go to it. If you don't know it, be careful of the knee joint. Maybe don't try it right now. Stick with tree pose. Any variation of hands. If you've gone to Ardha Baddha, go for the bind. If you can't get the bind, use a strap or a towel, something that you've got to go around the foot. And once you've got the bind, you know you can go into the forward fold and then bow down, and you can kiss your knee. Maybe, if it happens today. Maybe it doesn't happen today, and that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Those of you in tree, stand up really tall, knee wide and straight spine. Those in the forward fold, we're going to stand up lightly, and then everyone's going to release your right leg forward together and bring it down. You move to the left side, so whatever you did on the right, you're going to do on the left again. Tree pose again. Remember, with tree, your foot can either come to your ankle, your calf muscle, or your inner thigh. Don't put it on your knee. Ardha Baddhas, go. Take the bind if it's there, and then take the forward fold. Keep your knee pointing downwards, Ardha Baddhas. Breath is on. Remember your bandhas. That's going to really help this strong forward fold. Bandhas help. Kiss the knee if it's there. Tree poses, you're standing up tall and straight. And anyone in the forward fold, your breath in is going to catch you standing up, and then together we'll extend our left leg and come down to pause. Come back to stand, feet together. Standing up tall. On a breath in, sweep your arms wide and high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Catch a halfway lift like normal. Breath in and then breath out, pause. Now here, you're going to inhale, right leg up, straighten your spine, almost like a standing split, and we'll rotate your right leg on the exhale out to the right side. Try and keep it at hip height. Inhale, right leg goes back up to the sky, and then exhale, bend your knee and lightly place your foot down. All about control in the hip joint. Inhale, left side. Lift your leg up, straight back, keep it straight. Exhale, rotate your leg out to the left, hip height, keep it there. Inhale rather, take it back up, and then exhale, lightly bend. See if you can tap your bottom and place your foot on the ground. Inhale, half lift, straighten your back, and here's a nice deep forward fold for you. You can relax your nervous system down. Really therapeutic, very calming forward folds. You might cross your arms behind your legs and just fold forward with your breath. As you're ready, release your arms back under your shoulders. Lightly step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, staying with theme. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee over the left arm. Right leg up, inhale. Now squeeze the right knee to the right elbow. Either hold here or maybe pop your foot up. Have a little arm balance if it's there. And then lightly take the right leg back up to the sky as you lower down with control. Pigeon Pose. Pigeon Pose is here for you to rest after all of that. Checking your hips. You want to feel this stretch, you know, in the glute, the butt cheek area, maybe down the outside of the right leg in the IT band. Then forward fold when you get here. Notice perhaps where you've been through practice to where you are now. This is a really good time to check back in. You might have recognized that our practice has been quite a solid grounding practice, been based very much in the root, the lower dantian. Slowly you're going to sit up and then sweep your back leg around and over your right leg. So we're going for a square pose or a double pigeon. If that's not possible, go to a regular cross leg and just place the left leg in front of the right. Otherwise, hang in square pose, a deeper hip option. No pain in the knees, guys. Flex your feet, and then when you're ready, forward fold. You'll feel this one bite. have some nice deep breaths. Your own breaths, maybe they'll go out of your mouth if you're wanting to let go of some heat. We're going to sit up, release your legs. See if you can interlock your peace fingers and thumbs around your big toes. We extend and lift up to Upavista Konasana B. So legs into a V, shoulders back and down. Try to balance here. See how you go. It's okay to wobble and fall. And then lightly, we're going to vinyasa back here. Chaturanga Dandasana as you're ready. Inhale to up dog. Exhale down dog. We go left side. Left leg's going to lift to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, cross body. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, take your leg up. And then exhale, knee to elbow. Pause here. Or maybe hop or pop your leg up. Have a little arm balance. And then lightly, we're going to lower down. You should have just taken your leg up, but maybe a vinyasa like I did. Left leg up, and then we're going to move to Pigeon Pose. So you're going to sink your right leg back, left leg's in front, and you know where to feel this. In your seat, sit down, and then fold. Bow down. Allow your shoulders to pour away from your ears, and relax the teeth in the back of your mouth. Don't forget this space. This space needs time to rest as well from all the anxieties that sometimes we carry or that burden us. We're moving through into double pigeon or maybe a cross-legged position with the right leg in front. And then as you're ready, you're going to forward fold and find your own breath. Really indulge in this forward fold. This is so special for the nervous system and cardiovascular system. Just getting time to slow down, realign, reconnect, and see what's happened through practice. All right, so you're going to come up to seated, release your legs. Now, either a normal vinyasa, or if you do chakrasana, a backward roll over to a vinyasa, go there now. Regular vinyasa or chakrasana, through up dog, back to down dog. And then lightly together, we're going to come forward and jump, or maybe just sit down to your knees, ready for back bending. Ustrasana, Camel Pose. So your hands are on your lower back, fingers point up, elbows are squeezing towards one another. Remember that squeeze? That helps project your heart up to the sky. Now you can stay in option one. Remember, you can tuck your toes under or leave the tops of your feet down. And then when you're ready, we're going to come down and just rest for a breath, maybe two. Keeping your spine straight. We'll take care of all the niggles and wriggling sensations later, pardon me. When you're ready, come up, back to your knees, Ustrasana, second Camel Pose. So you can stay, option one. You might want to take your hands back to your heels this time for a deeper option. Remember, squeeze the scapular blades together. So your back wings squeeze together to cradle your back heart and lift it up. Chin opens. Use an inhale to come up slowly and an exhale to come down and rest on your knees. So the third one, I'm going to give you the option of a drop back or Kapotasana if that's in your practice, but only if it's in your practice and you know it. Otherwise, stay with option one, Ustrasana. Any variation. If you're going for the drop back, toes must be tucked under. Don't forget this part. Arms go up on an inhale, and on the exhale, you'll go to your variation. Where you were, drop back or Kapotasana. Anyone that did the drop back, we are going to lightly come back to our knees to meet everyone now. And we'll come back down, straight spine, rest your bottom on your heels, have a moment. We've got one more option that I'm going to give you now. So if you do the drop back or you want to try the drop back, you can go there. But basically we're going to go from a back bend into shoulder stand. So we're going to transition quite flowy. So if you don't do the drop back, lay down on your back, ready for wheel. So either drop back camel or wheel pose. Up to you. Stay with me here. Ground your feet. If you're in wheel pose, lift up to bridge first. If you're going for the drop back, hands to lower back. You're in camel, tuck the toes and drop back. Wheel is lift up. Together we're here in wheel pose. From this moment, all you're doing is dropping your shoulders down to the ground. Nothing else. So from wheel pose, drop to bridge pose, shoulders down. Hands to lower back, support your lower back. Use your breath. Inhale right leg, exhale left leg, and then you're up. Just like that. Salamba Savangasana, shoulder stand. You're going to bring your elbows in, hands on lower back, toes up to the sky. Notice your bandhas. So every exhalation, even though you're upside down or feet are up higher, I want you to see if you can pull your bandhas in and on. So the exhalation, you'll deepen the bandhas, belly button in and under the ribs, and the moolah, the root, pulling in and up. Your legs are active. Maybe another breath here, and then we'll go to halasana, plow pose, feet overhead. If you can interlock your fingers and get the extra shoulder stretch, you're welcome to take that here. Straighten the backs of your legs to the sky as much as possible. Find your breath, so don't let the breath become labored or released. When and if you're ready, Tadasana, knees to ears pose. Elbows to knees, hands to ankles, and you might be able to squeeze yourself into this tight, tiny little ball. And then core and bandhas on as you roll back down lightly, slowly to the ground, just to have a minute to check in. And then you move to fish asana, fish pose. Elbows squeezing in and underneath you, legs are straight, your heart's lifting and the top of your head is on the ground so that you're releasing your shoulders and the thoracic from any residue tension. Release your fishasana, hold your ankles, rock, sit up, and then go through a vinyasa, stepping or jumping back, high to low, up dog, through your down dog, to come through and set up for Shishasana, headstand. Any variation you want. If you don't want to do headstand as your inversion today, if you want to do maybe Viparita Karani, legs up wall, or prep headstand is fine. You can use the wall behind you to place your legs up it and relax with the legs up the wall. You might like to do prep like I'm doing right now. Prepping is just simply taking that weight 1 foot at a time into your bottom. For those of you that can lift up into headstand, you're welcome to stay up there for about 25 breaths, or perhaps take any variations that you choose while you're up there. For those of you prepping in headstand, all you're doing is making sure you're measuring the elbows. They've got to be shoulder width distance, always under the shoulders. Then you interlock your fingers, bring the top of your head to the ground. In between your hands, the back of your head is lightly rested in your hands. And you're welcome to then just play around with lifting 1 foot up, maybe the other foot. My people in headstand, any variation you want, some twists, some scorpions, maybe some eagle poses, perhaps. Finding stillness upside down is nice too. If you want to play around with your bandhas, those of you that are upside down, you might want to bring your legs to an L shape. Hang out there for 5 breaths. Maybe bring your feet, hover them off with the ground, 5 breaths. And then whenever you're ready, it might be time to come down and have a little rest in child's pose. You might rock and roll your head and neck side to side. Just notice how everything's feeling upside down, after being upside down rather. Whenever you're ready, there's a hair pose on invitation, just like we did at the beginning. We revisit it, so we do a full circle. You might want to stretch the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders. You might like to join me and do another vinyasa, high to low plank, up dog to down dog. And then together, we're going to lightly jump through and sit down onto your bottom. Lay down onto the back of your body and prepare for a twist to realign and balance the right and the left side, the masculine and feminine. Supine twist, right knee into chest. Take your right leg over the top of your left. Look to the right fingertips. And after you've had a few breaths on the right side, you can move into the left side. Make sure your hips are aligned so that your pelvis is even or stable for the twist. Really important. Look over to your left fingertips when you're on the left side. And as you're ready, it's that time. It's time for Shavasana. So you're going to relax your whole body. Maybe take a little cushion or a pillow over your eyes and just rest. I'll let you know when it's time to come up. Slowly, as you're ready, make your movements. Roll over to your favorite side. Don't open your eyes yet. And whenever you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position, hands to prayer at your heart. Together we honor ourselves and each other with the word Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Have a great day.